Very much. I was nervous. I was like trembling like this. Yeah, but he said some good things, of course, and it's in the movie, and if you can still find it. He said a lot of things about between technique and how to make music, and of course he corrected many places, and also he showed us his wonderful violinistic in the concert and during the master class. And I was very lucky to be a part of that whole scene.
Stop. Now come here and sing the beginning for me. Da da da. Boom. Just sing it. You sing it. Go ahead. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Beautiful. Now, why don't you play it this way? You know, did you hear what you did? You sang. But when you played it, you played... You see? One sings usually very naturally. You must always listen as if you were hearing something very beautiful. Then you must figure out how to do it here. So that when you go... Now start it once more and play it as if you were singing it. Think in here, sing in here, and play here. Ah, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. That's all right, you see? There's a difference, you understand?
Wow, that was a long time ago. I remember that was 1979 in June, summer. I mean, June 20-something, late June. And Stern came, and until his visit in 1979, we had no idea what he will be like when he comes. So I was second year, sophomore in college. I still remember that morning when he arrived, and he came out from the car with his family and his pianist. I think his name is Davis something. Yeah, and right away, you know, you feel it's my God. It's like a God is coming, and of course we knew of him. I mean, but we didn't have much recording of his playing. And he came with the film group, film crew. So they made this Oscar award-winning documentary. I was in the master class. Actually, I was in the performance because we divided in two sections. One group is for master class, and another group just performing. So I was one of the students that was performing in his class without stopping. So I remember I played the Saint-Saëns, Waltz Scherzo, and also Chopin Nocturne, transcribed for violin. It was like his visit was like a tornado to China, and it changed the whole atmosphere ever since he came. It is different, actually, because in China, once you become a teacher, and you are responsible for everything, and not only the playing, you know, for this student's major violin or viola or cello or voice or piano, and you really take care of other than the major. You have to even daily life, and they are, you know, academic courses, and you pay attention to everything for your student, and you feel like being a parent of the student, and you never stop worrying, and also you make student practicing. I think that's the difference between the West and the East. You know, you always feel like, as myself, I feel like I'm a mother, you know. I always ask students if they are happy, if they have problems, if they have, you know, some people are dating, and I want to know how the situation is. And sometimes it's too much, but it's a tradition. And we are used to this, and that's the way I was brought up. And yeah, in school, because I teach both Beijing and Shanghai, and our students are very similar. They're used to this kind of attention. So if they don't practice, they think it's okay. My teacher will push me, or you know, they ask you anything. They ask questions other than music. So yeah, I feel it's a responsibility of being a teacher in China, and it's a lot other things than the music. As a jury member, because of so many competitions I have been to, I think the most important thing is you have to have confidence in the competition. Of course, you need to be prepared well. And also the public appearance on the stage. These are the three main elements, I think, for a competition and for a participant. And mentally, you have to be very, very, very strong, because it's tough. You know, competition is always bloody, and you have to be ready, not only physically and mentally, and also psychologically. You have to be ready. You just need to practice really hard. Let's say for a big competition like Queen Elizabeth, Wieniawski, or Tchaikovsky, I would suggest that if you wanted to participate in the competition like this, you need to practice at least 8 hours a day. And of course, you have to know all the music for all the rounds, and not only the first round, but all 3 or 4 rounds. Depends on the competition. As a jury member, I don't just go there to have fun. I mean, it's also a pressure for me because you want to be fair to everyone, and you don't just go there and put your points or, you know, score just without really think of this participant. So what I do, I after everyone's playing, and I spend a lot of time to think, and I combine with the all rounds. And for example, if somebody does something really incredible in the first round and not so good in the second round, and maybe the third round, so I combine all the rounds, and I make my own choice. I think it's absolutely wonderful idea of making this project working, and it's been a wonderful week for me to be here. And I think this project is not only to give a master class online, and it's a connection between, you know, students and the teachers, you know, in the world. It's the great thing that you did to have this globalized, because music has no boundary, and it's an international language. And I'm very happy that I came here and I did this recording and for the internet, and I think it's in the future it's going to be even better.